Hey guys, Shayla here, and today we have a Holy Ret Marksman Bloodring. I'd like to thank Sauri and Pikeen, Sauri especially, for being one of my long-term Bloodring partners. Let's get right into it. Alrighty, so normally I am like the designated healer. I'm not really like the go-to, well, I am the go-to healer. Typically when I play Bloodrings, I'm the one who's looking at everybody's health, and you know, usually I'll let the other damage focus on damage and I focus on keeping everybody up. But today we brought along Pikeen, and Pikeen is one of my peers in the Silver Crusade. Pikeen is a holy paladin, just like me. I'm a Shakadan, but that's not allowed right now. But Pikeen knows how to heal. Pikeen is used to looking at people's health. Pikeen knows all of the toolkit that Paladin has. So I trust Pikeen to keep us up. So it's nice. It's nice to not really have to worry about other people's health. I'm primarily going to be focusing on disrupting the enemy team. And it's a little, it's easier, but it's a lot more frantic. I only have to worry on like smashing, like ret smashing shit. So, not having to glance over at my knock grid and heal people up is nice. I just focus on killing the enemy and making sure that people are not casting comfortably. So you'll see me sort of like zip in between characters, and that's because I am near somebody who is doing something I don't want them to do, whether it be healing or casting or what. My main goal, if I'm not tasked with sort of being guardian over the team's collective health pool, is going to be disrupting and keeping up the pressure, because I know Sauri has the damage. So long as Sauri is within line of sight of the enemy, we're going to be able to kill the enemy. What I have to do is I need to make it harder for my target to attack my teammates. So that's really, if you're going into Bloodring as Ret, that's going to be your primary focus. If you are the only class that's capable of healing, your primary focus is going to be maintaining your teammates' health. Just because if one team has a healer and another team doesn't, the team with a healer will win. Just because the healer has the magical power of being able to negate incoming damage. That makes their team immortal. So don't underestimate how important a team healer is. That's why I say Holy is the best spec, period. It allows you to make incoming damage irrelevant. It doesn't matter, because you're healing your teammates, and when you're healing your teammates, they're effectively immortal. So keep that in mind. But Pikeen is the designated healer for this day of Bloodrings. I think it was about a month or two ago. I'm still a human, so it's pre-Kara 40. So I just focus on disrupting. And if Pikeen starts to get pressured heavily, Pikeen's really good. Pikeen knows like the self-sustaining rotation. You know, like I don't know Pikeen's a dude or a girl. But they know, you know, all I have to do is Crusader Strike and Holy Shock, and I will live. Pikeen knows that. Pikeen has the gear to sustain 3 people doing damage to them at once. So I don't really have to worry about Pikeen. But if Pikeen drops to 50%, I'm gonna toss out a 1.5 second Holy Light that we get from the Holy Judgment talent, and Pikeen's gonna be fine, and then Pikeen will be able to heal through the rest. Pikeen. Fantastic healing. And I can't stress there is a lot of really good synergy with paladins and hunters in particular, just because hunters are a ranged class and they have a mana drain. So it's a good class to use against other casters or other range, just because if there's going to be some situations where if you're running a triple paladin or a triple melee team, you're going to have to run into a wall of casters, and the first person they target is going to die. And the first team to kill somebody in Bloodring wins. You can't win a 2v3. I mean, you can win one, but it's the odds start to skew heavily in the team who has killed somebody's favor. So the first person to kill somebody in Bloodring usually wins. That's why if you can incapacitate one player, if you all coordinate, if somebody has Honor Spy, I think the add-on is called, which lets you see who is in your battleground. There's probably other ones that do it too. You can say, okay, we have a mage, we have a hunter, and we have a shaman. We're all going to focus the shaman first, and then you hodge the shaman. Salary would aim shot. Then when the hodge is up, Pykeem would hodge again, and we'd all blow up the shaman. The shaman would die, and then it would be a 3 versus 2 situation. That's going to be the fastest way to win in a Bloodring. However, combat is crazy. The fog of war is real. The fog of battle will make things more difficult. So you could have a plan, and then you get in there, somebody gets feared or somebody gets sheeped, and then everybody's got a plan until they get holy struck. Everybody's got a plan until they get feared. Everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the face. So you never know. You can always strategize beforehand. And again, comms would help with that. I don't really use comms because I'm not really trying to listen to PvPers. I mean, I've seen them in chat. I'd rather listen to music. Usually I'm listening to music or a podcast or some sort of video on YouTube when I'm playing, or I'm listening to the radio. The radio is also solid, very solid choice. So I'm not really in voice, and I know when I make groups, like my friends, my PvP friends are good enough to where we can use game chat just fine. It's not going to make or break the session. Just because we're all skilled, we all have fantastic game sense, and we all know what to do. But if I'm solo queuing, or if I'm making new friends, or maybe if I'm taking some guild members who don't PvP, maybe they're primarily raiders, then voice might be a good idea. But yeah, so that's going to be it for this video. Again, thank you to Sauri and Pykeem. I appreciate you guys queuing with me. Thank you to you, the viewer. I appreciate you tuning in. We will have more videos coming up. I've got a lot of footage in the banks. I'm sort of taking a break, sort of not taking a break. I'm not raiding as much. I was getting burned out because of Kara. But yeah, I'll have some videos for you guys, and thank you. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Peace.